Alright guys, I'm just showing my laptop. I've had it 6 months now. I'm just going to give you a review of what it's like now compared to when I first bought it. When it first came, it had Windows 11, so much bloatware. Oh no, sorry, it had Windows 10, but it had so much bloatware, it was unbelievable. So I basically just took as much as I can off it, done a scan to make sure there's no junk on there, so it's all cleaned up. I did a 500 gigabyte hard disk on top of the M.2, so there's an M.2 and just a physical hard disk. It's quite a heavy laptop. The only thing I don't like about it is where the heat plate is here. When you're gaming, when you're intense gaming, stuff like when it's implementing the RTX stuff or the high-end graphics, it does tend to get hot, especially the power brick. The power brick is quite a beefy power brick. I can't remember what wattage is. It's probably 165 or something. I can't remember fully. I do know that it holds the power for about 4 hours, between 4 and 6 hours, depending on how intense you use the gaming side of it. You know, if you're just running like I am just running it at the moment, I've just had a play of Legion, Watch Dogs Legion. I've just completed a video about 2 to 3 hours, which will be going up on the channel shortly, and it runs quite happily. Like I said, the only thing is the power supply gets hot, and where there's a dual fan set up inside, one for GPU, one for the CPU, and it does tend to get a little bit hot here. But the keyboard, even though warm, it's not too, I'm pretty chuffed with it actually. I had a look because originally I was going to get a Dell G15. When we went in to buy the laptop, originally I was going to buy the G15, the Dell one, and it didn't power on. It was dead, which wasn't a good sign. So obviously Dell didn't get my business. But I've been after one of these ones for a long time. The Nitro ones are an equivalent, similar looking one. I think it was either this or the Helios, because the other one, the one step up from this was the Predator. But I like this one. It's an i5. It's an 11th gen, 11400H. It's got 12 cores. I can't remember where it's 4-core physical and then the rest are threads, or whether or not it's 6-core physical and then the rest are threads. I can't remember, but I do know it seems to be a good performance laptop. I haven't tested it against, say, a Ryzen version, but I have because my main PC is a Ryzen. It's a Ryzen 5 2600. And that's around about a similar kind of generation dates compared to the Intel version of AMD's version, if you get what I mean. But yeah, it's got a 144 megahertz response on the screen, and yeah, it's all right. It's still keeping its battery. There's not really any crashing. I've not had any crashings as such. A couple of times the program has lagged a little bit, but I think it's because of Windows doing its proverbial updates in the background. But as far as upgrading is concerned, there was originally 8 gig, and I put another 8 gig in, so brought it up to 16 gig. Both 3200 megahertz, gigahertz, I can't remember what it is. It gigahertz now, isn't it? And yeah, I'm pretty chuffed with it. It's quite a beefy laptop. I haven't preset to that one, but if I just show it here, just shutting it down. As you can see, it's got an LED keyboard in 4 sections. So like so many keys, and then I've just got the combination keypad in red, and then the rest of it in white. Let's take the power supply out cable, and then if you look at it, it's got this kind of a effect of a curve. It's got this kind of thing. It looks quite nice actually. It's got a like, go fast. Yes, I like that. And then you got there's plenty of I/O on it. You know, there's I don't know whether you can see it because of the darkness in here, but there's Thunderbolt channel, USB 3, HDMI, and then on this side, on the opposite side should I say, it's got an audio jack, 2 USB 3s again, and then obviously the network jack, Ethernet RJ45 connector, and obviously a Kingston connector for your protection. How do they call it, pin Kingston? I forget what they call them now. You plug them in the side of the lock up so they can't get stolen. Yeah, it's got a set Nitro. It's a quite nice design actually. Because the other version before this designing was all like that type of thing. The only thing is, it is a fingerprint magnet. It's the only thing I don't like about this laptop. Is you know, the amount of fingerprints you can give it is unbelievable. But it's quite a weighty laptop. But it will be. It's a gaming laptop. It's quite heavy. You know, it's like the double of a normal laptop. If you know you buy one of them cheap laptop, maybe if you say the weight of say 2 iPads together, the bigger ones, yeah, that's about the weight of this. I use a mouse. I use a cheap mouse and Hewlett Packard one. But yeah, the power supply is quite beefy. It does, when you're playing games, it gets really hot. Yeah. Anyway, that's about it. It's not a professional review. It's a personal review. But I thought people who were thinking about buying one of these, I would recommend this even more than the Dell, because I was like say I was going to get the Dell G15 and it didn't even power on. But there's been a lot of reviews about it, not very good. Even the Asus one, is it called Zyther or something? Zyther. I wasn't impressed with that neither. But there was a couple what I had my eye on, but this one sort of, I was quite happy that I saw this. I said to my wife that I would have liked one of these, so I managed to get one, and I've used it now, like say for 6 months, not had any problems with it. Touch wood, touch my head. I've not had any problems with it. It's a good laptop, I'll give it that. It's nice. It came with a bag. The only thing they didn't give me was a laptop mouse, so I had to buy my own, obviously. But because my wife bought a laptop at the same time, a Dell one, but one of the Inspiron ones, the cheaper range ones, and that one came with a free mouse. But you could tell that the cheap, nasty ones. You know, I picked these mice up for about £1, $1. No, I picked one up the other day. You can pick them up for about something like 50p. Man, it's unbelievable how cheap they are now. Anyway, guys, take care and I'll see you soon.